your wrist, a plain Jane.
The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. What up and welcome back. I'm Jane, the plainest Jane, and I deliver syrup in the form of Black news and celebrity updates. Everyone come on in, have a seat. All right, we are going to get straight into this video. Y'all know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and the drama continues to unfold surrounding Chef Pie or Chef P and this pink sauce. And you know it is a sticky mess. So in today's video, we are going to be going over how Dave's Gourmet has exposed the hell out of Chef P. Okay, it's pretty in depth. Now they issued a statement initially when she first went on this social media just campaign to trash them without saying their name. But there's only one company that she got distribution from that made it possible for her sauce to even show up in Walmart on the shelves mid-January of this year, right? So come on in, hit thumbs up, hit thumbs up. And so Dave's Gourmet, they've actually taken it a step further. Okay, they get into receipts. They are making claims that Chef P was trying to commit fraud. They get into specific contract details, and they also released screenshots, specifics, and details that only they would know. So we are going to get into some of the things that they have had to say. Shout out to all of my channel members, my moderators. Shout out to Lilac Dreams for joining the membership. I do appreciate you. Okay. Now we're going to get into all these things. We're going to pull this bus off right away. So buckle in, grab your seatbelts, but most importantly, pay your fare by hitting thumbs up on the video. It is free 99, baby. It doesn't cost a thing. And y'all know I'm going to keep you in the loop, in the know with what is happening surrounding this pink sauce because I've been covering it since day one. If you need to get caught up on any of pink sauce stuff, if you're lost, if you don't know about the GoFundMe, what celebrity donated $24,000, what she's been saying, each and every one of my pink sauce videos are linked down below in the description box. So get caught up if you haven't already. And without further ado, I mean, she just can't help going viral. Hey, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking. The pink sauce, if you didn't know, it's on clearance at Walmart for some places. It's on clearance for $2. Some places I've seen it on clearance for $4, but the shelves are completely stocked with this stuff because nobody's buying it. It's not even pink anymore. The sauce is not even pink anymore, but we're going to get into all of this and more. Let's go ahead and get into what we need to discuss. And thank y'all so much for being here this evening. The doors are closing. We are pulling this bus off. Let's go.
On your wrist, a plain Jane.
You're tuned in to Jane, the plainest Jane. Be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, so let's go ahead and get started with this article. We're going to get into her business, her incorporated business, and what is or isn't going on with it. We're going to pull up that documentation. And of course, we're going to get into all the things that Dave's Gourmet has laid out. Dave's Gourmet doesn't play with their name. They don't play with their reputation. And she said a lot of things that they really just did not take well to. And to be quite frank, they were a little too nice to her. They gave her an inch and she took 80 miles, right? So let's go ahead and get started here. All right. We're going to get started with this article. This is from the Insider. And you know, after you read a couple of Insider articles, they try to charge you for it. So I got on there and got my free article and I took screenshots instead of trying to pull it up on the computer because they trying to make you pay. I'm not paying, baby. I'm not paying. So we get into this, what the statement and this information that they handed over to Dave's Gourmet handed over to the Insider. And they say, we disagree with Ms. Shaw. Her name is Veronica Shaw. We disagree with her allegations. And this is according to a company spokesperson. So they say that Dave's Gourmet has paid Chef P over $120,000 to date, and it continues to make all payments as due and on time based upon the terms of the contract. And so we already knew about the $120,000, but recently, if you didn't catch my live stream from last week that I did, where Chef P told us how she spent the $120, right? I do believe that the statement that we're going to go over from Dave's Gourmet is in response to her continued dragging and lying and exaggerating of the facts pertaining to the monies that she did receive from Dave's Gourmet. Okay. So Insider reviewed screenshots. Okay. So they've released screenshots to Insider. Okay. Insider reviewed screenshots of bank statements shared by Dave's Gourmet reflecting payments it says it made to Veronica Shaw, aka Chef Pie, or Chef P, as well as a company called Flavor Crazy Incorporated, which is registered in her name. There were 12 total transactions in the screenshots totaling $120,000. So, I mean, you do the math that, the business for them began, let me get it bigger on the screen. The payments began in August of last year, August 9th to be specific, according to the documents. And the latest transaction occurred on August 17th. All right. So, I mean, 12 payments over the course of a year from August to August. One would say you were living off of $10,000 a month, right? Why you broke if you were getting $10,000 a month for a year, right? And what other income did you have to supplement your lifestyle and the way in which, you lived? The questions that need answers, absolutely, for sure. There are 230 people of us here and only 78 likes. Can we just do a little bit better? It's a free way to support the stream. You can send a Cash App. You don't have to send a Cash App. But when you hit the thumbs up and when you hit the like button, it helps get this video out to more people. Okay. So thank you so much for hitting that thumbs up button. Don't make me head to your Tyra Banks to yell at y'all. Okay. And don't forget to share this video on social, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, text message, your group chat, however it is that you share videos. Please make sure that you do so. It is free 99. Okay. We need at least 102 likes up in here. So let's continue. And what I'm going to get into right now, before we continue with the rest of the article, is her business, right? Let's get into this business. So I went ahead and I pulled up and I researched Flavor Crazy Incorporated. Okay. You zoom in and she's based out of Miami. So this is from, Florida's official website and the website where they show you what the corporations are. And so you can see that Flavor Crazy Incorporated, as Dave's Gourmet stated, right? She filed this in June of 2021. And currently the incorporation is inactive. It's inactive. And here's the proof that it's her. This is her name, Veronica Shaw. We saw Dave's Gourmet referring to her as Miss Shaw, right? So, I redacted a couple of things because her address is on here. And I do think that that's sensitive information. So I do have a lot of criticism for her, but I'm not cruel, okay? So I redacted her address, but her name is all up and throughout here. Okay. Now, what I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is when you pull up this incorporated filing, it says that the business is inactive and it lists reasons such as administrative dissolution for annual report. And I said, what exactly does that mean, at least in the state of Florida? Well, I pulled it up. Here it is right here. All right. And so basically what this is admin dissolution for annual report definition is the temporary removal of a company's ability to conduct business in the state of registration because they fail to file the required annual reports or follow other legal guidelines. So she can't even go back legally and sell this sauce out of her kitchen anymore to people on TikTok without any FDA regulation or anything of that nature, because her corporation, she didn't do what she needed to do. Let's take a look at the date that they have here. Go back to this other tab. When I come with the research, baby. And this was done, event date filed 9/23/2022. So this looks like this was filed around this exact time last year when she was unable to provide the documentation. But I do think that she was still able to do business under the umbrella of Dave's Gourmet because technically they were the one distributing her product. But as it stands now, due to the fact that she's clearly ruined the business relationship with Dave's Gourmet with this negative social media campaign, the refusal to take accountability, they've severed ties with her. They gave her money and they're done with it. She's not worth the headache. It's not selling at Walmart. The things are on clearance. And there's some other things that we're going to find out about all that Dave's Gourmet did for her. And she was very ungrateful and entitled, in my opinion. But we're going to get into all of that, okay? Almost 300 people here. Thank you so much for being here and supporting the stream in any way possible, okay? So let's continue. You see she's walking through Walmart, just feeling and loving the fact that this sauce is there. You know, she's got on her pink fur, she's got on the pink wig. And what I find really interesting about this is we went over this in last week's live stream about this. She claimed she was homeless, she was broke, she had all these expenses that she needed to take care of, but somehow she always had on a different pink wig. Here go the Marge Simpson wig, right? And pink furs and pink suits, and she's covering herself in pink paint every day and props to make these social media videos, but somehow she's broke, but she was getting at least $10,000 a month and advances that she was requesting as well. So it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Some people feel like the pink sauce rotted her brain, right? Not too much on that pink sauce. So let's continue with the last bit of this article, and then we're going to get into Dave's Gourmet lengthy clapback to Chef P. Okay, let's keep watching. Let's get into the rest of this statement. Hey, thanks for letting me keep you connected and in the know with what's happening in the Black world. Don't forget to smash on that like button for support and for more Black news. Someone said, is it just me? Or does she give off unhinged vibes? She absolutely gives off unhinged vibes, in my opinion. Okay? If you are broke, you don't take on a company with money. It's a recipe for disaster. Exactly. Take on a company with money. Dave's Gourmet has a lot of money, and they have the good lawyers. They're a business. They have to have the good lawyers. So let's get into this. Dave's Gourmet continues and said, we've offered to reimburse Ms. Shaw for her lawyer's time to go over the terms of the agreement and how it relates to the payments that were made to Ms. Shaw. She indicated that she's open to an amicable resolution of the dispute, and the parties are in discussions. This was something I also went over in my previous coverage when I covered Dave Gourmet's initial response to all of this. She's claiming she needs a lawyer. She was effed over via the contract, and she's talking about, I can't afford an attorney. Well, they're offering to reimburse you. And with that, right, because I had some people, you know, some dense folks coming to her defense saying, oh, well, if she can't, they're offering to reimburse her, she has to have the money to pay them at first. If they're guaranteeing her that they are going to reimburse her, she can easily go to an attorney, ask their fees, and then have Dave's Gourmet draft up a contract that says, once this is done, we will pay you. It's a legally binding contract, right? So there are options to get around not having enough money for a lawyer. And it's really interesting. She feels like she didn't read the fine print, or they got over on her within the fine print of the contract when she signed it around about last year in August or September. So, okay, you couldn't afford an attorney up front to help you read over your contract. You were getting at least $10,000 a month. You got $120,000 and some change from them. And now it's after. So before, during, or after, and especially when you were getting all that money, you couldn't get you an attorney to help you understand the terms of your contract. It's the lack of accountability for me. Everything around this girl is not everybody else's fault. But without further ado, let's go ahead and get into Dave Gourmet's clapback, because baby, they did not come to play with this girl. Okay. They did not come to play with her and her reindeer games. They really, really, really did not. It just, they didn't come to play. Okay. So let's get into this. Let's get into this. All right. So the first article that we're going to go over, Dave's response to Chef P or Chef Pie and the pink sauce. And this is something that they posted on their website. They posted this on their website for all of a couple of days and they took it down. And what's really crazy about it is I was on the website earlier today and I was able to pull it up and read through it. It was a live link. Luckily, I took screenshots while I was reading. Because when I got home and got ready to prepare this video, I said, okay, well, let me go ahead and pull this up on the website. Well, they took it down. I am so grateful that I took those screenshots when I first started this. I'm so grateful. Because without that, how would I even tell y'all about what happened and what I read? There would be no way. So let's go ahead and get into it. So pink sauce, Dave's response to Chef P is, in August of 2022, Dave's Gourmet LLC signed an agreement with Veronica Shaw, Chef P, Pink Sauce LLC, and Flavor Crazy Incorporated, in which Chef P, they were responsible for promoting the pink sauce through digital content, and Dave's Gourmet was in charge of achieving the required shelf stability for the product, making the formula acceptable for commercial production and following the FDA's food production guidelines, production and sales of the pink sauce product online and to retailers. All the time, Chef Pie was not producing pink sauce because FDA instructed her to cease all of the production due to quality concerns. She was making pink sauce in her kitchen and she was shipping it without refrigeration in the heat of the summer. And the sauce frequently went bad during shipping, as evidenced by many social media posts. Oh, baby, they didn't come to play. They said, oh, you trying to play with our name? Let's talk about you and your negligence and how we took a chance on you. They aired it out. Okay. Let's get into the next thing. I'm so grateful I took these screenshots. Now, the pink sauce frequently went bad during shipping as evidence. So let me make this bigger for you guys. The pink sauce frequently went bad during shipping as evidenced by many social media posts from buyers. Now, the shelf was not shelf stable and it was not safe for shipping without refrigeration. There was huge negative publicity online and on social media due to the quality issues that Chef P had experienced. And according to our agreement via contract, Chef P received an upfront payment of $45,000 as a part of the agreement for Dave's Gourmet to pursue the sales of pink sauce. Now, according to our contract in this agreement, Chef P was responsible for all of the refunds from the products that predated the agreement. Now, how many of y'all remember when she was still on TikTok selling this stuff, $20 a bottle, $7+ for shipping, which is basically $30 a bottle in order? How many of y'all remember when she was going viral for all of the wrong reasons and people were saying that they needed a refund because they never got it or things showed up completely exploded and had went bad? And she's like, y'all are going to get y'all refunds. So Dave's Gourmet covered that cost, even though they had nothing to do with her at that time. That was way too nice. Again, like I said, they gave her an inch and she took a mile. Okay. But let me tell you something. Dave's Gourmet is literally dragging this girl for filth. And you know what? I'm here for it. They have the right to respond after she says everything that she has to say online, dragging them. So they gave her $45,000 and she was responsible for all of the refunds for the products that predated the contractual agreement. Now, after the agreement was signed, it turned out that neither Chef P nor her entities had enough monies to cover the refunds to the people who never received the product that she was responsible for according to the contract. It is our belief that Chef P was fully aware that there were not enough funds to cover the refunds. I said, oh, we believe she knew she ain't have enough money, but she got us to do it anyway. I said, oh my goodness gracious. David said, your mama ain't teach you, you gonna learn today. Okay. Shout out to James Weeping Bush. They are getting her together. Okay. What is there left for her to refute or say or defend after all of this? So they didn't think that she had enough funds. It's their belief that she didn't have enough funds to cover the refunds. And they say it is our belief, or there was a hold put out by Shopify and PayPal on most of the cash in her bank accounts due to multiple customer complaints. And even the cash that was there to cover the refunds. So there was a hold on her account, on most of the cash in her accounts due to multiple customer complaints, and even the cash that was there to cover the refunds. Okay. So she couldn't cover the refunds because there was a hold on her account. Now, Dave's Gourmet couldn't see the customers disappointed with no product and no refund. So it provided $30,000 to cover refunds, even though this was her responsibility. Now, I know did she sell that much sauce that they needed to put up $30,000 worth of refunds? Like, how do you prove that you have this many people? Now, did they give the funds to Chef P, or did they give the funds directly to the consumers claiming they needed refunds? $30,000 sounds like a lot. I mean, I don't know. That's a lot. Okay. That's a whole heck of a lot. But let's keep reading. And look, there are 400 of us in the building right now, 172 thumbs up. Can we please just hit thumbs up? For people that don't like to hear people asking for a thumbs up, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. But make sure you hit thumbs up. Okay. Now let's get back into this. Okay. So they gave $30,000 to cover refunds, and some of these funds came back to Dave's Gourmet after the hold on her account was lifted by PayPal and Shopify. Now, prior to entering the partnership with Dave's Gourmet, she reviewed and negotiated the contract with the help of her attorney. Now, according to the contract, Chef P receives royalties that depend on the sales of the pink sauce, and also there's a milestone payment if certain goals are met. Now, all payments have been communicated and paid on time in accordance with the contractual agreement. Dave's Gourmet also advised Veronica, aka Chef P, that pink sauce royalties should not be her only source of income, as they can fluctuate, and she should have a regular job to make sure that she has financial stability. Okay? Now let's get into the next one. They're giving us all of the information, every bit of it. Okay? At the time, Dave's Gourmet did not know if any sales would be generated from the pink sauce. In the fall of 2022, Chef P was struggling financially. Dave's Gourmet wanted to be helpful, and over the course of several months, they provided Chef P with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000 without charging her interest or fees. These advances were supposed to be offset by the future royalties that Chef P was going to earn. But in March of 2023, Chef P communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances and that she needed another advance to feed her children and avoid being evicted. Dave's Gourmet sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000, but again encouraged her to continue working her other job and pursue her private chef career as she had been doing prior to partnering to commercially produce pink sauce. She wanted to know more about the activities related to pink sauce in Dave's Gourmet. In the beginning of 2022, the Dave's Gourmet team set up a weekly standing meeting to discuss the brand strategy to support and collaborate with her. Okay. Now, there is more that they have to say. Actually, a lot more that they have to say. But I want the record to show that I've been saying from the beginning, and some people act, y'all are so harsh. It's not easy for a Black woman to run a business. All of these sticky, unnecessary, cake-filled tears because I'm being critical of her. I'm not being rude or demeaning to her. I'm being critical, and it's obvious she blew through this money because she is financially irresponsible. My coverage has been consistent about this girl day in and day out since I've been covering this for about a year and a half now, going on 2 years. Okay. I've said consistently, what is she spending this money on? She said it was marketing, and they never reimbursed her for marketing. But what is her idea of marketing? It's sitting online, painting everything pink, her kitchen pink, this is pink, the hair is pink, this is pink, the food is everything. It's just sitting online playing with these Barbie dolls and making pink drinks. And now she's throwing temper tantrums because this business relationship has went bad. It makes no sense. But I've been consistent in what I've been saying since day one pertaining to this girl and this pink sauce fiasco. I want to take you back. This is a previous video that I did when I read over the initial report on the initial response from Dave's Gourmet pertaining to pink sauce lady, pink sauce girl, whatever you want to call her. This is from my initial video. Take a listen. Look, this stuff isn't even pink anymore. It's not even pink. What color is this? It looks like vomit. It looks like vomit. It does. Make sure y'all subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more updates. I'm going to continue covering this story in addition with other things. Let's take a listen to what I've said in a previous video. Okay. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. Not selling. So she got $120,000 paid up front for a product that hadn't even been on the shelves for 6 months yet, but the 6 months is over now, right? Then they say they're also still making payments to date and continues to make all payments as due and on time based on the terms of the contract. So what happened to all that money? Why are you online on Beyonce's internet panhandling and begging the public to pay and making pink deviled eggs? Girl, throw it away. Throw it away. Pay your bills and buy back to school supplies for your kids and get your kids haircut and so on and so forth, and to feed yourself, saying you only have $2.
Guess what? Because they know I got an exit plan, and they know I didn't give up on myself, and they know that what I'm doing is better. Now they don't want to pay me because they're intimidated, allegedly. Oh, they making every fucking dumbass excuse not to fucking pay me. And what can I do if they won't pay me and I can't afford an attorney? What can I do? Because how am I going to get the funding for an attorney? They're trying to financially sabotage me out of millions of dollars. These people sent me a negative balance.
Millions of dollars? Girl, don't keep chasing waterfalls. Stick to the rivers and the lakes you used to, because millions? Girl.
Right now, I can't even buy fucking water for my children right now. Listen, DM me. I need all the support that I can get right now. I need all the support I could get. Like, literally. Like, I got $2 in my purse. Like, this shit is fucking crazy.
And opening GoFundMe's and expecting everybody else to pay your bills when you literally got $120,000. What did you do with the $120,000 across the span of 7 months? What happened? Not to mention, you got more than $120,000. So this is crazy. She completely lied on this GoFundMe. I personally could tell she was lying. She was just being a bit extra. I could tell that with the stunt that she pulled, throwing the sauce all over the place, throwing a temper tantrum, breaking glass bottles of the pink sauce on the ground, bad mouthing the company. I could tell that she was lying. I felt like she was trying to go viral again. And I feel like once she went viral the first time, she didn't care if it was good or bad attention. You know, the Kardashians and people that have the complexion for protection, they can abide by the rule that all publicity is good publicity. But everybody can't do that. And especially not when you're making a food product and you've had so many health and safety concerns along the way, paired with the arrogant attitude and how she spoke extremely condescending to her customers. It just wasn't pretty. And once she got a taste of going viral the first time, she felt like she could duplicate it and do it over and over and over again. And it just didn't work. And I also felt like the celebrity endorsements did not help her. And I know that sounds backwards because typically it would, especially in today's day and age in this digital landscape. The time in which we're living in is crazy. A celebrity endorsement can really make or break you. It can change your life, to be quite frank. But if you don't remember, let me take you back down memory lane and I'm going to show you some receipts, okay? There was a point in time where Rick Ross actually invited her out to his house to cook for him. This was at the height of when she was going viral back in 2022. And he actually posted this to his Instagram story. That is a big deal. There was also another time where Cardi B liked one of her posts. Now, regardless of how passive the celebrity endorsement is or how up close and personal or in person it is a big deal. However, for her, I feel like it worked against her. Longevity wise, she let it get to her head and she stopped really putting in the work. Running a business when you have a product that is being mass distributed to 4,000 different stores, let alone the product is something that you consume, you digest. This is food. It takes way more to run this business than just making pretty pink or nasty pink looking food on social media and looking pretty and having a pink wig on every day and putting on, you know, painting your whole self pink or having on pink leggings and painting your refrigerator and your cabinets pink. It takes so much more than that with the daily 9 to 5. You've got the books, you've got the inventory, you've got the shipping, you've got the marketing, and it's more than just a pretty face, some photo shoots to make you look like an IG baddie while you're always in the kitchen experimenting with a different shade of Play-Doh. It takes a bit more than that to run a business. It's not that Chef P really didn't have it in her to do something amazing. It's just that she just got caught up with clout and going viral and trying to duplicate that process over and over and over again rather than working on her craft and taking constructive criticism. She took more pleasure in being arrogant and arguing with people and being condescending with customers who were really just giving honest reviews of her product. And for that reason, I don't think that the celebrity endorsements helped her out at all. In addition to the fact that you've got celebrity endorsements happening, you literally went in a matter of, let's just say, around about like 10 or so months and got your product on the shelf at Walmart. That is a big deal. And I think that she just grew too fast and she did not know how to handle it. That's what I think. But hey, now what I've also noticed is in her since deleted social media videos where she's bashing and dragging this company is she said that she needed money for a lawyer. Well, according to the statement that Dave's Gourmet put out, they said they offered to reimburse her for her lawyer's time to go over the terms of her contract and how it relates to the payments that were made to her. She's acting like she didn't understand the contract or they got over her within the fine print. Well, if she needs help understanding the contract, they're willing to pay. So why are you online banging on the table in the middle of Barnes and Nobles or Target or whatever, sipping on some Starbucks, talking about you need money for a lawyer when Dave's Gourmet is saying that they offered to reimburse you for that expense since you think they did something so wrong? So this whole situation is absolutely bizarre. So, I mean, she did kind of go viral again, but not in the way that she thought. So if she blew through $120,000 in a matter of 7 or 6 months, there's no telling how quick she's going to blow through Kyrie Irving's money, or if the GoFundMe is even going to stay up if GoFundMe finds out that the premise of her complaint is really based on a lie. It's not true. I mean, the name of the petition itself is called Justice for Pink Sauce, as if there's some injustice that happened here. And it really just doesn't appear to be that way. She seems lazy. She seems spoiled. Once she got the deal, it seems that all she did was just stay home in the kitchen, just making whatever pink she can, playing with food, wasting food, pink spaghetti and pink chicken and pink crab meat, and I mean, you name it. It's everything. It was bizarre. I mean, it looked like a kid playing in pink Play-Doh every day, and pink makeup, and these pink wigs all the time. Maybe that's where all the money went. I do not know. But listen, stickies, it's time to hear from y'all down below. I want y'all to keep it sticky and real down below in the comments. I will see you all there. Don't forget to hit thumbs. All right, so that's some of my previous commentary on this situation. Now, I want to ask y'all a couple of questions. We're going to get into the rest of what Dave's Gourmet had to say, as they literally dragged her in a business professional way. You know, when you either have received or you're drafting an email that says, per my last email, they really got into that. They got into her behind, okay? So, I want to know, number one, she's Chef P. They were encouraging that she continue with her private chef venture. Put a 1 in the chat if you really think that she is a chef, and put a 2 in the chat if you don't think that she is a chef. I mean, because we all remember that she doesn't know what the FDA is, right? Does everybody remember that? Does everybody remember when she didn't even know what the FDA was? Are we going to get any ones in the chat? No one? Y'all ain't got no hope for her? Y'all ain't got no hope for her? Hey, I see nothing but 2s in the chat. I should be lucky if she get a 1 up over here. But let's let y'all see something real quick. Let's let y'all see something real quick. Okay.
Keep talking about FDA approved. What do you mean FDA approved?
What do you mean FDA approved? FDA approved.
I don't sell medical product.
Okay, so they selling the pink sauce in Walmart now, but I don't know if the packaging it was just wrong or it was Walmart. But y'all, this shit stink. But
I don't like that. Okay. I'm gonna get a chopstick. Okay. Dunk. See, it's on there.
Y'all see the color of that bottle? Do y'all see the color of that bottle?
That tastes like ranch that has something wrong with it. It's making my throat tingle in a weird way. Like, it's spicy. It's very salty, almost sour, like a vinegary. I don't enjoy that at all. It's not sweet, for sure. It's very strongly salty and sour. Tastes like ranch that has gone bad. That's the final verdict. I will not be eating this. If you want it, you can take it.
So let me give you a quick rundown and summary of Pink Sauce Girl. So I've done a lot of really good commentary and videos. I've done several lives, and I've done some edited videos that are nothing more than 12 minutes, where you can get the condensed synopsis of exactly what's going down with Pink Sauce. I feel like I've been covering it so long, I need to make a Pink Sauce playlist. But like I said, each and every one of my Pink Sauce videos are linked down below. But you can also just scroll through the channel where you can see what you see. Let's continue getting into Dave's Gourmet and how they read her for filth in a business professional way. And to everybody that is here, thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up button. There are over 600 of us here right now. If each one of y'all could just hit the like button, I would be grateful. Okay. You don't have to send a cash app. You can. You ain't got to, though. They're appreciated, not required. Let's get into the rest of what Dave's Gourmet said as they read her for filth. Okay, let's get into it. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. Okay, so let's see exactly where we left off. So in the fall of 2022, Chef P was struggling financially and Dave's Gourmet wanted to be helpful. And over the course of several months, they provided Chef P with multiple cash advances that totaled more than $40,000 without charging her any interest or fees. So these advances were supposed to be offset by the future royalties that she was going to earn. But in March of 2023, she communicated that she had spent the entirety of her previous advances that she needed. And that she needed another advance to feed her children in order to avoid being evicted. So she was complaining about being evicted way back in March, but it just hit us. We had just got the news in August when she was begging all of us as a collective for $100,000 to help make sure she could feed her kids because she was going to be evicted. And because she was living off of $20 a day, right? So she collected advances. They sent her 2 advances that totaled $5,000. But again, they encouraged her to continue working her other job and to pursue her private chef career as she had been doing prior to partnering with Dave's Gourmet to commercially produce the pink sauce. So she wanted to know more about activities related to the pink sauce at Dave's Gourmet. And at the beginning of 2022, the Dave's Gourmet team set up a weekly standing meeting to discuss brand strategy to support and collaborate with Chef P. And Chef P only attended a couple, okay? She only attended a couple of these meetings. Let's get this on the screen. So she only attended a couple of the meetings and she hasn't been in attendance since. So February 2023, Chef P requested over $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party. What? A birthday party. Okay. Let me go to the bush and come right back because I know I didn't just read that.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really. I don't understand. I swear to God, I don't understand.
Excuse me? Yeah, she was definitely treating Dave's Gourmet like they were some sort of ATM or something. I just can't get with that. Shout out to Pocket Watching with JT. I didn't know you watched my channel. Thank you for being in the chat. Thank you for sending the super chat. I really do appreciate that. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. It does. It really does. Very well-respected content creator around these parts. Thank you so much. I definitely appreciate your attendance, your viewership, and support. But not this birthday party. What in the world? Child, I don't know if it's Chef P or Chef Pie. I use them interchangeably. Okay, so $10,000 in marketing expenses to throw herself a birthday party, and also provided a request for Dave's Gourmet to pay for her dress that cost more than $800 and shoes which cost over $600 that would potentially be used in a TikTok video. Okay, you know what? This girl is audacious as hell. I mean, the audacity on this girl, she got some balls. She out of pocket.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
Okay. So, Dave's Gourmet suggested a smaller budget, and because Dave's Gourmet would not approve these expenses, she refused to collaborate or continue to market the efforts alongside Dave's Gourmet moving forward. She refused to collaborate or contribute to marketing efforts alongside Dave's Gourmet moving forward. So because they wasn't trying to give you $10,000 or your $800 dress or your $600 shoes, you decide to stop marketing your own product with a brand who knows more about marketing than you. Talk about cutting your nose off to spite your face. She really shot herself in the foot with that one. Okay. So in February of 2023, she attempted to submit business expense reports for personal expenses. Like buying 4 pairs of sneakers, or expensing her grocery bills. Now, Dave's Gourmet informed her that such activities are fraudulent and asked a lot of questions related to receipts submitted. Now, Chef Pie didn't respond to any of those questions. In May of 2023, due to the large advances on her royalty payment, the balance of Q1 royalties owed to Chef Pie, the royalties owed to Chef Pie, okay, came to $666.86. Now, that's how you know you ain't doing right. That's how you know you ain't doing no good. If you getting a check that totals 666, baby, you need to turn your life around. You need to give it back to Christ. Okay? Lay up off that TikTok and the obsession with wanting to go viral again and actually get into the business of focusing on your product. You mean to tell me some 666s came to you and you ain't see nothing was wrong? So after all of those advances, the balance of her Q1 royalties came to 666. And Dave's Gourmet decided to hold off on deducting $10,000 in advances from the royalties due until a later period, so that Chef P had more funds to cover her needs at that time. And instead, they paid her $10,666. That's still too many sixes in a row for me, baby. Now, this balance and all payments process have been outlined and communicated to Chef P consistently. Dave's Gourmet deducted the above-mentioned advances of $10,000 at the second quarter royalty payment. Now, June of 2023, Chef P submitted an expense report to Dave's Gourmet that included requests for payment for her time dedicated to making social media content. See, they were just too nice. She took their kindness for weakness. She's taking advantage of people. One day she will reap what she sowed. She need to get her head up out the clothes. If y'all know where that quote came from, if y'all know what quote that song came from, I promise you, I will cash out you $10 right now, right? Because that was a quote from a song, right? Those are lyrics. But anyway, I'm a 90s baby. I'll just say that. So she submitted the new expense report, or they submitted the new expense report to Dave's Gourmet that included requests for payment for her time dedicated to making social media content. Now, such request was outside of the terms of the agreement. Dave's Gourmet asked for clarifications related to the various expenses listed by Chef P, but backups, receipts, and explanations were not provided. Dave's Gourmet reminded Chef P that business expenses need to be pre-approved by Dave's Gourmet, and Dave's Gourmet has kept this timeline of information private leading up until Chef P took to social media with defamatory statements. Someone said, is that a Lauryn Hill quote? No, it's not from a Lauryn Hill song. It's from another. It's not from Lauryn Hill. Shout out to Lilac Dreams for sending a super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. All right. Let's get into the next thing, because that's not the end of that sentence or what Dave's Gourmet had to say. Okay. Let's get into the next thing. And thank y'all so much for being here. There are literally 741 people here right now. I'm grateful. Okay. I'll be just more grateful. Just support the stream, hit thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel for more Black news and celebrity updates. And also social media content, you know? So let's see. Let's make sure we're reading this right with this last sentence. Nope, it's not ludicrous either. So Dave's Gourmet reminded Chef P that business expenses need to be pre-approved by Dave's Gourmet, and Dave's Gourmet has kept this timeline information private. They said, we kept our mouth shut for a long time. Now you forcing my hand, and they're spilling it. We kept this information private leading up until Chef P took to social media with defamatory statements regarding the integrity of our business, which has put us in an unfortunate position to share details that would have otherwise remained private. In total, Chef P has received over $120,000 in payments from her partnership with Dave's Gourmet and Pink Sauce since August of last year, 2022. She had certain obligations in the contract related to social media activities that she has violated multiple times, but Dave's Gourmet chose not to enforce them, not to create a strained relationship. Now, after she went to social media to create the illusion, not create the illusion, after she went to social media to create the illusion that she is not being compensated properly, Dave's Gourmet communicated to both Shaw and her attorney. So she has an attorney, but she was online begging for an attorney, right? So which one is it? That Dave's Gourmet will cover the cost of her legal counsel to go through the provisions of the contract and the payments to explain that the payments were correct. And Dave's Gourmet is following the agreement. Now, this proposal was rejected by Chef P herself. Make it make sense. Shout out to Dave's Gourmet for standing up for themselves and for clearing the air and not letting her continuously drag their name day in and day out. The only reason she's dragging them is because she's out of money and she's hoping she can cause this much of a tizzy and a stir online to guilt the public, to get sympathy from the public so that they can send her some money to help her pay her goddamn bills instead of her going out and getting the job. She had the nerve to say, oh, if Beyonce had fell off, would you tell her to get a job? Or would you tell her to find the next gig? Why do you keep comparing yourself to Beyonce? And then she created this thing where she said, the pink sauce is supposed to be the Beyonce of the sauces, not Whitney Houston on crack. Excuse me? Excuse me. Your sauce. How did Whitney Houston get in it? How did Whitney Houston catch it straight as you're being held accountable and people are asking questions such as, why are you asking me for money to help pay for your kids and back to school because you about to be evicted? And then you got a nerve to say you're Beyonce compared to Whitney Houston on crack? Excuse me, because your integrity and your lack of common sense and critical thinking skills is really more so given Krishan Sukiana. You shouldn't even, you're not even Whitney Houston on her bad day when it comes to ethics and logically thinking through your career path. How dare you? How dare you? You're lazy. You're entitled. And instead of going out here and putting in a job application at Ross, Marshalls, Rainbow, TJ Maxx, The Market, you feel like you're too good for it because you went viral a couple times. And I be damned. I be damned. All right? I know Whitney Houston sitting up there in heaven like, well, damn, how I get in it? See how I get thrown in stuff? How she get in it?
Now why am I in it?
And you could have did it.
See how I get thrown in
because
stuff?
you never apologized.
Make it make sense. Let me go ahead and show you what she said a while ago. And I covered this last week. So if you're subscribed, you're already in the know about exactly what she said last week. But let's revisit this really quickly.
What is up, y'all? It's your girl, Chef P, and I am back with another video. Okay, so I know y'all wondering, like, where the hell is she? What does she have going on? Is she homeless? What's going on with my contract? I know I've been quiet for a minute, but I've literally been taking.
Now, mind you, this is a brand new video, but she's so broke that they about to show up any day to evict her, right? Brand new pink wig, them nails done. And it's revealed in this video that she got her titties done with some of the money. So you talking about you don't got enough money for haircuts for your kids to go back to school, but help me make sense of all this. Help me help you.
a sabbatical just to get my mind together, get my kids stabilized, get my house stabilized, and get my business back in order. So that is where I've been, just regaining balance and peace inside of my life. And I'm back now. I missed y'all so much. Thank you to all of the people who sent me kind words and motivation. Thank you also for the donations. They have helped tremendously, guys.
They helped you continue to sit on your ass and not go out here and make a real living for yourself, depending on the internet to pay your bills. That's what it helped you do.
Now, let's talk about what is actually going on and, you know, all of this chaos that's going on with Dave's Gourmet. So first of all, I want to acknowledge this $120,000 that they've responded to the blog saying that they paid me. So number one, it wasn't an upfront payment of $120,000 straightforward. It was sent to me partially. I don't know if it blocked out right there because the low battery thing came, but they were partial payments, and then also a huge chunk of that money went towards me paying for Airbnb and paying for hotels, because mind y'all, I was homeless for 6 months following this, in which I kept having a security issue because I was promised that I would receive legal help for people spreading false narratives about the pink sauce. However, that never happened. So it built up a lot for me, in which they know, and I have proof of the conversations that I actually had with them about not receiving the support that I was promised. So that goes to that. Now, also, people speculating about me getting my body done. Me getting my body done would not make me broke. And this ass came from Eunice. This is my ass. And who makes a financial decision?
Notice she talked about that ass, but she ain't talking about them titties though. You can kind of tell when you got some fake titties. There's a more defined space in between them if they're not being supported in a specific push-up bra. There's this space here. But for you to say, well, if I had got work done, it wouldn't affect my livelihood. So, and my ass came from my mom. Okay, so you got your titties done. But you say you was facing homelessness for 6 months, but you had enough money to get your again, she need help. The girl is thrown off. Her elevator does not go all the way to the top. It does not. It doesn't. The lights are on and no one's home. She's not the brightest crayon in the box. She's not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Both oars ain't in the water, baby. She needs help.
That would make them broke. So my body has nothing to do with it. So let's leave that completely out of the category of what we're talking about. However, they know the proof and the truth in what I have on this phone. Now, also, going back to my royalty, a lot of people like speculating or putting their input in. My royalty is supposed to be paid to me before any expenses. Before any expenses, I'm supposed to be cut my check. However, little do y'all know, or y'all do not know, because I've been silent for so long. We've been going through this since January. We've been going through this since January. So
the girl is 100% illiterate. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way. I mean that in a way that she's truly just, she's ignorant to the process, to contracts. She's ignorant to all of this stuff. You're not supposed to be cutting your check up front. And then what you failed to tell people is how many advances you had requested from this company. How many advances, the tens of thousands of dollars worth of advances that they had already given you, because you went there with a sob story of struggle and poverty. But now you're trying to make it seem like you weren't safe, or you were trying to legally combat the people who were giving their honest opinions and feedback and reviews on your sauce. That's not anything that they need to pay you for. If they were going to combat anything like that, they would do it themselves, since now you're under their umbrella. It's the excuses in which she is intentionally leaving out of these conversations for me. It's very intentional. It's manipulative, right? It's manipulative. And I feel like only a fool would truly take her at face value without understanding the other side to the story. But that's just me. That's just me.
I literally have proof as to how the royalty was collected when I received my royalty for Q1. When I received my royalty for Q1, it was paid to me before any expenses. Now that I'm uncomfortable and they know that I would have been hiring legal help, they make this bogus excuse as to why they're putting expenses on top of my royalty. It does not work like that.
It actually does work like that, but go off, sis.
So it's like, long story short, these people defrauded me. So I would have to sue them for fraud, because it's not only the calculation of the royalty, but it's everything else that
you suing them for fraud, but they said you was committing fraud because you wanted them to pay all your personal expenses and you wanted to classify it as business expenses, and that's not how it goes. So, I mean, at this point, where's the Spider-Man meme where the different Spider-Mans are all pointing at each other like, it's your fault? No, it's your fault. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, please. Damn it.
Stabilize, get about a whole Barbie themed campaign, which comes with risk, which means that is deteriorating my business and my brand. Excuse as to why they're putting expenses on top of my royalty. It does not work like that. So it's like, long story short, these people defrauded me. So I would have to sue them for fraud, because it's not only the calculation of the royalty, but it's everything else that is deteriorating my business and my brand. Because when we had negotiation, this is an innovative brand. This is an innovative product, which comes with risk, which means that money has to be.
You're damn right. You goddamn right it come with risks. You are a walking red flag. Albeit you might want to be a pink flag, and fuck it, let's call it a pink flag. You are a walking pink flag. You damn right it come with risks. From you not knowing what the FDA is, from you thinking that in order for the FDA to have any business regulating you or your product, I don't sell medical products. And your ignorance is a risk as well. Because look at what you've done online and severed a relationship that, had you had this difficult conversation with them because you were severely you misunderstood the terms of your contract. Had you had this difficult and uncomfortable conversation with them behind the scenes, they may have had an ounce of considering dealing with you again and re-signing you again for another year. But it's over now. It's over now. What is this? Numbers. It's over now. It's over. And you have no decorum. You have no couth. You went online. You're slamming bottles on the ground and F the beige sauce. You was okay with the sauce being beige when you was getting $10,000 or so a month, and when you was getting advances and people was calling it out. You were still promoting it. You just went up in that factory and found the pinkest bottle you could find, or refilled the bottle that you had at home with whatever homemade concoction and made it look hella pink while you were still in your kitchen playing Play-Doh experiments like a child. So I don't want to hear that. But yeah, this business of yours absolutely comes with the risk. You got that right.
Allocated and put into marketing. The marketing is the company. They did not do that, which caused me to suffer drastically. And yes, I am in this for the long haul. That's why I'm here still fighting for my brand, because I'm not looking at the $1 million that was made. I'm looking at the millions and millions of dollars that wasn't made because they're not freaking listening to me.
Why would they? Everybody that comments under these videos that I do about her, when I'm playing clips, they say I'm losing brain cells just listening to her. Listen to you try to make a Barbie theme out of a pink sauce that's not even sustainable, that has no longevity. You talking about they had no care to do marketing? Well, per the long statement that they read and dragged you for filth with, in corporate America terms, they had meetings every week or every month about their plan and strategy for marketing. You refused to cooperate because they wouldn't buy you an $800 dress and $600 shoes for your birthday, of which you wanted a $10,000 advance from them for. So your idea of marketing and putting stuff on TikTok and their calculated idea of marketing, and people who actually went to school to study it and got degrees off of the marketing, are two totally different things. Two totally different things. What you classify as stuff for marketing is not marketing. It's your personal expenses.
They're not listening to me. Like, it's so crazy. In freaking October, I was talking about a whole Barbie themed campaign. And no, we wouldn't have used Barbie font. I know people who commented on that as well. Like, there's certain ways to do certain things subliminally, but it would have been done, but none of that.
And you wonder why they wasn't listening to you. You cannot use any type of Barbie or Mattel without them suing you. They have name and image likeness clauses and protections set up for them. That is why they weren't listening to you, because none of your ideas make sense. But when they were holding meetings for you to voice your thoughts and opinions and to pitch your ideas for strategy, you were absent. You were somewhere on TikTok. And why didn't you save up some money prior to this? You got $120,000 and they put no money to the side? None? None? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. And one thing about women raising young women, right? I don't know what fathers tell their daughters, but I know one thing that mothers tell their daughters in the Black community anyway, is you always keep an extra stash of cash or money on the side somewhere, just in case. You never know. And you mean to tell me you got kids and you weren't saving a dime, not even $100 or a couple $100 per check? It's the lack of responsibility for me. This is why I say she gives me the literacy of a Krishan Rock. Meanwhile, she's comparing herself to Beyonce and acting like she's better than Whitney Houston on crack. And I don't think so. I don't think so. You're immature and you lack foresight.
Was supported. And I feel like the pink sauce was built through social media. The pink sauce was built fast through social media, and y'all deserve to see those visuals. Y'all deserve to see a fabulous sauce, and that is not what this is giving. This is giving beige sauce. I created the pink sauce, which is a vibrant, bright colored, beautiful, scrumptious, delicious sauce, and that is not what y'all getting. So now I have to work to rebuild my brand, and I am okay with it.
Not only do you have to work to rebuild your brand, you need to be working at a place of employment instead of begging the public to pay your bills. I have to work. Yeah, you damn right you need to work. You got that right.
And then also in regards to work, I'm comparing, call me delusional, but yes, I'm comparing myself to Beyonce. If Beyonce went dead ass broke, would you tell her to get a job? No. You would tell her to get another gig, and that's what
Beyonce wouldn't go dead ass broke, and she damn sure wouldn't depend on the public to support her. But go off, sis.
I'm doing. I'm working my ass off every single day to rebuild the vision and the brand for my business. For my business. And then there's another thing. I own 100% of the Pink Sauce LLC. I did not sell my bread. I did not give away my bread. These people just took permission and abused it. So they took their permission and they abused it. But it's okay because I look at it as, well, that was 1 year, at least it wasn't 10 years. So we're fixing this. And I hope that and I get so riled up because I be so passionate, right? And if y'all not used to that, I have to excuse myself, but I was raised hard. But, so I really hope that my story inspires or helps somebody else that is going through something like this or that is thinking about signing a deal with another company. Please make sure that you have a contract attorney. And if they say red duck, blue duck, 1 duck, 2 duck, then make them write every single thing that they say down, because what these people
talking about 1 duck, 2 duck, 3 duck. Baby, let me tell you something. If you walk like a duck and you quack like a duck, you a duck. And if you're ignorant and arrogant and entitled and lazy, then that's what you are. Since we talking ducks instead of 1 fish, 2 fish, red fish, blue fish, she talking about ducks and numbers. I mean, she swear these analogies sound so grand and spectacular, and they don't. And they don't. We got 900 people in the chat. Thank y'all for being here. Please hit the thumbs up button, okay?
People did to me was gave me an ambiguous piece of paper that you don't know if you turning left or you turning right, and they're just manipulating words, and it does not work like that. So moving forward, I'm gonna be on here. I'm gonna be talking to y'all, and it might be a little bit awkward starting off at first, but we gotta do this, and y'all gotta see, and y'all gotta learn me and all of that stuff. And I just feel like I'm free from prison. I'm freed. I'm unsilenced. I can actually create, and
She's unsilenced, y'all, because that's a word, apparently.
I'm running this ship because these people did not know what they were doing. They agreed to something that they could not handle. However, this is a really, really big learning experience for me, because before I sign any piece of paper with anyone, let's best believe that everything will be written down.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Child. What say you, Stickies? What are your thoughts? Do you think that she is a real chef? Do you think that Dave's might hit her with a lawsuit? Do you think she'll continue talking? Do you think that she's going to come out and say more to refute all that Dave's Gourmet has laid out in their hell of a clapback of a response, exposing all of the specifics, the timeline, the amount of monies that they've given to her? And Dave's, listen, I ain't mad at you, because one thing I've noticed is that Dave's Gourmet, they put this out, they left it up for about a day or so, and then they took it down. As soon as they realized, okay, a blog or two got it, they took it down. So, they're responding. They don't want to come off as a messy brand that exposes the people or the brand owners that they collaborate with, but they damn sure did make sure that they cleared up her name. And the fact that they said, oh, she's in delusion, right? When she came forward with her delusional accusations that she wasn't fairly compensated, woo! I said, oh yeah, they're definitely letting her have it. Okay, they're letting her have it. Shout out to all of the channel members. We will be doing a members only later on this evening to talk about a couple of other things. You'll find out about it backstage behind the paywall. I think that my cheapest tier of membership is like $3. So if you want to join and become a member and become a backstage official Sticky, a part of the Pancake Posse, make sure that you join the membership. The link is pinned to the top of the chat. Okay, they said, was the money ambiguous? Listen, some people are even getting into whether Chef P is even black or not, right? They're like, oh, she's racially ambiguous, she's mixed. I haven't done enough digging in that capacity to really get down, because I'm a black woman, I'm a black small business and all it. I haven't done all of that. But a shout out to my channel member, Nika Joyner. I appreciate you. said, I love you, Jane. I love you even more. Okay. Shout out to my mods and everybody in here. Listen, this is a really interesting conversation and situation. If you've watched the entire live stream, be sure to comment down below. What are your thoughts? Leave me a timestamp. What do you find to be the most bizarre thing that she said or that I've covered in this entire video? I am excited and anxious to hear from you all. And I couldn't wait to get off work. See, I couldn't even change my work clothes. I got off work and I got straight to doing this. So, you know, Black news and celebrity entertainment is what we do and what we deliver over here while y'all are on the bus. If you didn't know, when I'm on my channel, y'all are on the bus, okay? All I ask that y'all do is pay y'all fare. It is absolutely free to hit the thumbs up button. That's like your ticket to get on the bus, is to hit thumbs up, okay? So shout out to everybody who has donated, everybody who has joined. Steven sent a $4 Cash App. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. And listen, here's what I really want to know. We had over 900 people up in here. It's amazing for me. Okay. I do implore you to check out my other, thank you so much. I appreciate you. I do implore you all to check out, she is her own worst enemy. Somebody says she shouldn't talk. Absolutely correct. But you can't convince her that she's not the smartest thing around here. You can't convince her. I see somebody else commented in the chat, this old like folklore that we, you know, say in the Black community quite often. There's nothing more dangerous than a stupid person, right? And these are just loose terms, right? Than a stupid person that actually thinks that they're smart. When it's a stupid person that really believes that they are intelligent and that they spit in some hot fire, then they are truly the most dangerous, because they can't even protect themselves. She wouldn't be catching all this flack if she would just like kind of just get quiet about it. Drop the GoFundMe, see who does and doesn't donate. It's clear that Kyrie Irving is a little bit of a fool, or he just did it for a tax write-off. He donated $24,000 to her GoFundMe. Just be quiet. You keep making it worse. Every time you come out and you say something else, you make it worse. You absolutely do. And it's really unfortunate that her children have to deal with whatever sort of poverty or whatever lack of whatever resources that they are without right now. It really sucks. Her children are the real ones that I feel bad for. I don't feel bad for her. I do kind of feel for Dave's Gourmet, because they called themselves doing something nice for somebody that they went into business with, all to find out she's entitled. She is a loose cannon, and she's ignorant, and she refuses to educate herself. She refuses. Shout out to Bougie Barbie for rejoining the membership. I appreciate you. But yeah, this is the situation, the pink sauce that keeps on giving. It just won't stop. Okay. It just will not stop. So I do have a sticky note for this evening. I typically don't do sticky notes on videos where I'm just covering a singular subject, but this is a video that definitely requires a sticky note. All right. And it is inspired by one of my stickies that I was speaking to earlier today. So let me go ahead and pull this up. I'm looking for a specific clip. Make sure y'all hit thumbs up if you haven't already. Drop some pancakes down below in the chat. If you are a channel member, drop those special emojis and we'll be right back.
The plainest Jane. This is one of my favorite comments here. She says, I loves me some Black, and she said, loves me some Black news. She says, is it just me, or does anyone else get tired of seeing people that don't look like them delivering info about them day in and day out?
So wait a minute, you ain't joined the channel yet so that you can access special perks over here with the plainest Jane?
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
Ooh, watch this. Hey, I'm the plainest Jane. I'm a cultural commentator and informant, and I provide sticky coverage on trending stories, Black news, Black culture, and everyday topics with a sticky, abstract perspective. So get familiar with the perks. I've carefully curated all of these things, and it's just a little exclusive glaze to amplify the way that you express yourself. So get comfortable, get used to our official emoji over here. That is the pancake stack, because it's always sticky in Hollywood and in real life, and especially when you spend the time over here with the plainest Jane. Like I said, I hope you enjoy the exclusive glaze that I've provided for you to amplify the way you express yourself, and I hope you enjoy the digital vibe. Hey, listen, I always want you to keep it sticky, but be sure to think critically and independently, regardless of what you hear from me or anybody else. But most importantly, I hope that you're feeling all right, and hopefully you've had some time to tackle some of your invisible problems. I know I got a couple of new subscribers, and I just want to say thank y'all. I really do appreciate you. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this channel right here, once you join, it's going to help you kick back and decompress always, but it'll also keep you in the know with what's happening with the best Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. So again, get comfortable. The first drink is on me, all right? Act like you got some sense, and I'll see you around. But don't forget to keep it sticky 24/7 by following me on Instagram, but hit that notification bell so that you always know when I upload and you get your dose of syrup first. Now, with all that stickiness being said, the most important thing I want you to remember about this neck of the woods and the plainest Jane is Black Lives Matter. And if you don't agree,
buy pumpkin, that would take you out. I don't play that shit.
Now you gotta go for real.
It's just that simple. Hey, look, whether you join or not, I do want you to stay beautiful, Black, and blessed. And just know I appreciate your support. I'm your girl, the plainest Jane. And let's see what's happening in these virtual streets. You ready? All right now. This could be a crazy ride. I'm warning you now. I am cracking up. I got a cash app from one of the stickies that said, "We cannot be unsilenced." Since Chef Pie decided she wanted to make up a word, unsilenced. We cannot be unsilenced. Okay. Thank you for the $5 cash app. I do appreciate that a heck of a lot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let me make sure I'm not missing any channel members. Shay Jim Dropper said, "Don't make Jane pull this bust over and put y'all on timeout for nothing," or put you out for nothing. Hit the like button. And yes. Thank you so much. My channel members, the backstage sticky, the pancake posse be on it. Okay. And shout out to BJ I think BJ is rejoining the membership, if I'm not mistaken. But shout out to you, BJ. I do appreciate all of y'all's support. So I definitely feel like we need to get into a sticky note. I think it's relative to all of us, but definitely relative to her. Now, before we get into this sticky note, excuse me, you guys. Please don't forget that if you are a makeup girly, if you just so happen to be a makeup girly, okay, please be sure to check out Deeper Than Skin Deep's channel. She does makeup reviews, drugstore products, high-end products, whatever you can think of. She's talking makeup all day, every day. So it is a channel that I love. It is a channel that I watch, and I do rely on before I buy those high-end products in Ulta. Okay. And actually, another thing that I feel like is relative to this topic, all right, is some of my previous coverage on said topic. Let me see. I took down this timestamp just so we can take a look at this, and then we'll get into the sticky note and we'll get out of here so that I can come back and we can go backstage with the channel members and the stickies. Okay. Let's get into this. First of all, my face says it all. My face says it all right here. Okay, so you were homeless. You were having security issues, but you were staying in Airbnbs and hotels. But every time we saw you online, you were making another deadly pink concoction in a different pink wig, videos of you sitting there eating diamonds and crystals, right? Pretending like you're just like the richest woman on earth. Just wasting food that didn't even look edible, pink deviled eggs and everything you can imagine. Okay. So you needing legal help because of, you calling it false narratives, but there were plenty of people who actually tried your product who had a legitimate issue. People receiving their products and it's got glitter in it. One batch is pastel pink, one is deep fuchsia, one is another color. You made a blue sauce, or you called it a blue sauce, but it was really a purple sauce, and the bottle said lilac. I mean, make it make sense. You was getting up every day painting yourself in pink makeup and pink outfits and pink. So if you were really struggling that bad, where is all of the money? How are you able to afford to buy pink wigs and pink this and pink that? Nails always done long, crazy. Like it's the math is not mathing, child. The math is not mathing. It's not making sense. And everything that she is experiencing is everybody else's fault but hers. I want to know if there's ever an ounce of accountability that Chef Pie takes for her own situation, because she shitted on the entire internet when they were literally trying to give her constructive criticism pertaining to this entire debacle. Y'all are just haters. Be like, babes, you need to fix the nutrition label. The nutrition labels are incorrect. You've spelled some of the ingredients wrong. Some batches look thick in consistency. Some batches look thin in consistency. So all of the advice that we tried to give her, whether we actually purchased the product or not, because some of us ain't playing with our life or our health, but even the people who actually gave a damn, because she's a Black woman, like, sis, you need to fix this and you need to fix. She was extremely arrogant. I know, put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember that interview she did when that girl did that respectful review, and she told that girl that gave her criticism, you're not special. You're not special. And so when it comes to her and everything that everybody else is supposed to take care of stuff, you're not special either. How was Dave's Gourmet supposed to help you fix people giving their honest opinion about the enormous amount of changes and the inconsistencies and the dangers of your product? Make it make sense. It's the lack of accountability for me. It's the lack of accountability for me. I hear that there is, my moderators are telling me that there is somebody in the chat who says that this is their first time finding my channel. Well, I am so glad that you found my channel and that you were able to be here. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Okay. I definitely do appreciate that. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into our sticky note of the day. I'm gonna let y'all go eat dinner, because I'm going to go eat dinner. And then I'll be backstage, members only. Listen, really quick, if you haven't gotten caught up on the pink sauce, all those videos are linked down below. There's also a very angry deleted rant that she did. She was live for like 45 minutes and she ran it and she deleted it. I'm the only person who has that rant in its entirety on the channel. So you definitely want to check that out. If you aren't already following the mysterious disappearance of ex-NFL player Sergio Brown, a Black man, he went missing along with his mother, but now his mother has popped up unalived, right? She popped up dead. Very interesting, eerie case, but I've been covering that since the beginning. I've even done a recent update on that. Make sure you check out some of my other reporting as well for other things that are either as lighthearted as this subject or things that are a bit more serious than this subject. We've got balance and we've got range over here. Okay. But let's go ahead and get into this sticky note so that we can eat dinner and we can get back on the bus backstage. Okay. The following video is broadcasting live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy. So today's sticky note is this, and to the sticky that inspired this sticky note, thank you. You know who you are. Today's sticky note is this, pertaining to Chef Pie, Chef P, and anybody else, to be quite frank with you. Reliance on anything or anyone, it cripples personal growth. Let that sink in for a second. Reliance on anything or anyone cripples personal growth. And it's very clear within this Chef Pie situation. Chef P, that she was reliant on this deal that she did with Dave's Gourmet. She was relying upon that. It was like she thought she made it. She didn't have to budget her money accordingly anymore. That was it for her. That was it. Okay? And so, again, according to the agreement, according to what Dave's Gourmet said, as they recently dragged her by her pink wig edges and the got to be glue that's holding it down, they gave her a $45,000 upfront advance before they even got into distributing any other monies to her. And with that and the payments that followed that and the advances that they gave her over and over again and how they gave her an inch and she took a mile, she thought she had made it. When really she should have put 75% of that money away and kept living her life the way that she was living it before she got the deal and kept working just as hard. It's a shame for someone to put all of their eggs in one basket. And we hear that figure of speech so often. So often do we hear about people putting their eggs all in one basket. Hell, you'll catch some people on YouTube talking about people not supporting me. They not sending cash apps. They not sending super chats. And people start commenting like, bro, like we don't have to do that. What else can you do? Putting all your eggs in one basket, if your basket is YouTube, you've got to spread yourself out to the point where you're not chastising and arguing with your subscribers to get money. That's why I don't push my Cash App like that. I'm grateful for anything that comes through, but whatever people want to give, they give. Whatever people want to send through super chats or YouTube or joining the membership, they do. But I'm not beating y'all upside the head asking y'all to send money to my Cash App and then get disgruntled if I don't get a Cash App a day or two. Because I don't put all my eggs in one basket and I still have a 9-to-5. So I'm okay. Do I appreciate when my stickies come through and they feel like I did a really good video and I get donations? Yes. But sometimes I go 3 or 4 videos without getting a Cash App, and that's okay. I'm not relying on people watching my content to pay me, because at the end of the day, the way that YouTube is set up, we get paid for the views as well. And I tell people all the time, you don't have to support my channel by opening your wallet. You can. I'm grateful for it. I'm more than grateful for it. But just you watching and hitting that thumbs up button is more than enough for me. I'm not that desperate to the point where I got to get a little mean and rude with people and get arrogant and tell them that they broke if they not coming out their pocket. But one thing about Chef Pie or Chef P, she was doing kind of the same thing that Krishan was doing. Everybody was trying to give Krishan advice prior to this recent incident with Blueface posting explicit pictures of the baby. And everybody trying to give her advice. Krishan said, I don't want advice from you broke people. See, because when you up, you up. I don't want advice from you broke people. Now she's asking people to have empathy and to help her out when we're like, people are like, nah, man, we the public. We were trying to give you advice then, but you called us broke and insulted us. And it reminds me of the arrogance within this girl right here. Because when she was getting them $45,000 and $10,000 checks and $5,000 and $10,000 advances, oh, we were the scum of the earth and we were broke and we were haters for letting her know, sis, maybe you need to get right with the FDA. Maybe you need to get right with the FDA. Oh, but no, everybody's broke when you want to come up because you think you'd have made it. But the same people you see on the way up are the same people you're going to see on the way down. And you relied on social media. You relied on the viralness of your product, even the bad press. You relished in it. And you thought that you had made it and you wouldn't have to worry about anything else. Nails were always done. Makeup always being done by a makeup artist, because truth be told, she's not good at makeup. It's not a dig. It's just the truth. New pink wig all the time, every time you can imagine. And as I stated earlier in this video, women, Black women anyway, I can't speak for what the flower ranges and what the white people do. I don't know. I know Black women, when they're raising young women, they teach them always keep an extra stash of money on the side, a secret bank account, some money that you do not touch, because you just never know. Whether you never know based on your relationship, you might be dealing with a man and you think everything is sweet, or whether life just hits you all at once and you need an emergency stash of money. You always keep some money to the side. And especially, more importantly, see, I don't have any kids, but I go by that. But especially if you have kids. And this woman has said she has more than one child. So she has at least 2 children. And she was living life on the edge, spending all of this money, $45,000, $10,000 a month and whatnot, on pink wigs and props and everything else. It makes no sense. She was reliant upon this deal, reliant upon a deal that she didn't even read carefully. She didn't have an attorney go through it with her so that she comprehended the terms and agreements of the contract. She was reliant upon this as if she wouldn't ever have to worry about anything else. Reliance on anything or anyone cripples personal growth, period. Period. And please understand that you're not above getting a job. You're not above getting a job. You're not. You went viral a couple of times. Different articles are mentioning you, but they're not mentioning you because you're great. They're mentioning you because you went viral for all of the wrong reasons. 98% of the press that the pink sauce has got has been bad press. So you should have never relied on that and not kept another stream of income coming in. If she really was thinking like a millionaire, since millionaire is her favorite word, she would have understood that a true millionaire has at least 7 different streams of income. She doesn't even have 2. She thought Dave's Gourmet was her ticket out. She didn't care about quality control. She wasn't in the factory every day trying to understand, you know what, this sauce ain't even looking pink no more. What can I do? How can I be hands-on about this? She stopped showing up to the factory. She stopped showing up to meetings. She stopped everything. She was just collecting checks and making TikTok videos and hoping that that would take her to the next level, since the TikTok videos got her to the level of being able to be on the shelves of Walmart. And it was a very foolish move on her part. It really was. So I end this sticky note by reiterating what I've already said. The core of this sticky note is reliance on anything or anyone cripples personal growth. And it's clear that this girl is not growing. She refuses to take criticism. She refuses to take feedback. She refuses, and therefore she will not grow. Everything around you cannot be everybody else's fault. At some point, you have to take and accept responsibility and accountability, period. And that sticky note is more so for her, but it is something that can be applied to everybody watching. Whatever or whoever you are relying on blindly, without a backup plan, or without even conceptualizing a plan B, it could be crippling you, because you could be comfortable and you could be complacent. Just food for thought and something for y'all to keep in mind, okay? That is today's sticky note, and it was definitely real, and it was more than certainly necessary, okay? It was more than certainly necessary. To everybody who took a seat on the bus, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. I do appreciate y'all's attendance on tonight's bus ride. Shout out to everybody in the live chat, especially anybody who has made it through this video. That's whether you're on the bus or whether you're chasing the bus. If you're chasing the bus, it means you didn't catch us live and you're watching the replay. And shout out to you too if you've made it to this point of the video. Listen, I hope that y'all are feeling all right and that your mental health and invisible problems are in check. Shout out to all of the new subscribers. And look, I'm not being hard on her, but you know what? I'm not being hard on her. I'm going to touch her hand while I say this. Baby, do better and just start listening and stop talking. She want to talk more than she listen, and it's really hurting and hindering her, her business, her brand, whatever's left of it. It really, really is. Those are some of my final thoughts. I pass the question off to you, Stickies. What are your thoughts and where do you land with this? Okay. Look, somebody had to say it. Somebody had to say it.
Rolex on your wrist, a plain Jane.
You're tuned in to Jane, the plainest Jane. Be sure to thumbs up the video and subscribe, and let's get into it.
Again, shout out to Lorraine Drasso. Drosophila. I hope I'm saying that right, but I heard that you had just found the channel today, and I just wanted to say thank you for being a part of the Stickies, and hopefully you subscribe. Listen, everybody, be sure to tag me in all of your favorite trending topics on Instagram and on Twitter. Thank you for watching. Thank you for checking the community tab. Thank you for subscribing to the backup channel if you haven't already. Let me go ahead and drop the backup channel in the chat for the people who are not familiar with the backup channel. Okay? Thank you for subscribing to the backup channel. Listen, Stickies, y'all know I'm all about positivity, good vibes, and all that stuff. As always, good vibes only over here. Don't forget to do something to decompress today. I've gotten into a new reality show on Netflix called Glow Up, and it's basically like America's Next Top Model, but for makeup artists. So for the makeup artists who are trying to make it in the model world, they all have all these different tasks and challenges in order, and it's really good. So make sure you do something to decompress today. I know as I'm eating dinner, I'm going to catch me an episode of that, and then I'll be backstage for members only to do a backstage bus ride. Drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on everything that we discussed today involving Chef P. And listen, make sure you keep it sticky and real in them comments. Okay. So don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. But be sure to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of this celebrity or trending syrup, because you know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. Drop some of them pancake emojis down below. And y'all stay beautiful, black, and blessed. I'll catch y'all in the next video. Deuces.
On your wrist, plain Jane.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.
Stop playing with me and hit that thumbs up button, y'all. Stop playing with me. Some of y'all are still here that ain't hit the thumbs up button. And I should have got Tyra on y'all earlier, but I spared y'all the same way Dave spared her. But y'all see the way Dave's Gourmet got burned in the end because they were trying to spare this girl. I'm not sparing y'all. So I'm going to go get Tyra because I'm not going to get burned in the end like Dave's Gourmet did. Okay? I ain't going to get burned. Let me get Tyra to cuss y'all out real quick. Hit that damn like button. Thank you.
But you're not. Stop it! I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this. You go to bed at night, you lay there, and you take responsibility for yourself.
Stop playing. Okay? I don't play about y'all riding my bus and not paying. Y'all ain't riding my bus for free. Okay? Thank y'all, and I'll catch the channel members later on tonight.
On your wrist, plain Jane.
But that's it. If you want to catch more of my commentary on Black culture or vital and trending information, be sure to subscribe by hitting that little circle in the middle of the screen, or I'll catch you in one of these rectangles to the right in another video. I'll see you there.